This is an official message from the Eaton County Department of Emergency Management, relayed in cooperation with the state emergency broadcast system. Please remain calm and listen closely. This broadcast contains urgent instructions pertaining to a developing security concern. All residents within the 482 corridor are advised to take this message seriously. This is not a drill. At 7:24 this morning, multiple residents reported encounters with a man loitering near bus stops, school entrances, and convenience stores across the county. The individual is described as male, mid-30s, bald or with close-shaven hair, average build, wearing a plain gray hoodie and black pants. No further distinguishing features have been confirmed. Witnesses across 3 different towns used the same phrase. He looked like someone I almost recognized, but not quite. We now believe this man, or what appears to be a man, is not a single individual, but a recurring manifestation. Reports confirm the same person being seen miles apart within minutes of each other. Surveillance footage shows identical appearances and movements. In every case, the man never speaks. He simply stares. The first encounter is usually brief, lasting no more than 5 seconds. But if you see him again, he notices. At 8:10 a.m., a student at Milltown High saw the man outside the main entrance. Security footage confirms she paused, stared, then continued inside. At 8:22 a.m., she encountered him again at the end of her locker hallway. Her scream was recorded, but when staff arrived seconds later, she was gone. Her shoes remained on the floor. Inside them, salt water. No traces of her have been found. We are calling this phenomenon the Duplicant Stranger. If you encounter the same stranger twice, especially in 2 different locations, do not speak. Do not run. Do not acknowledge the pattern. Walk away slowly and enter the nearest crowded room. Reports indicate the entity cannot mimic large groups. Yet. By 9:47 a.m., calls flooded in from residents saying the man had entered their homes. Not through the door. He was just there, in the hallway, in the basement mirror. One woman dialed 911 while hiding beneath her kitchen table. The transcript of her call ends abruptly after she whispers, "He looks more like me this time." Patterns suggest the stranger adapts. The first time you see him, he mimics someone vaguely familiar. Your cousin's old boyfriend, a teacher from middle school, the man who lived across the street when you were 6. But when he returns, his resemblance sharpens. You'll start to remember him, even if you know you shouldn't. A neighbor, a brother, your own reflection, just slightly off. Security agencies attempted to detain one instance of the entity at a rest stop off Route 12. Body cam footage shows an officer approaching a man seated on the curb. The man stands. The camera flickers. The officer says, "Wait, didn't I just see you?" and drops the device. Audio continues for 4 minutes. A whispering sound fills the recording. Not a voice, a pattern. Morse code, maybe. It spells, "Run, run, run, run." This message is not meant to instill panic. It is meant to prevent duplication. If you think you've seen the same person more than once today, even in passing, do not investigate. Do not search for them. The duplicant becomes more precise with recognition. It is drawn to memory, to faces we keep half remembered in our minds. It is sharpening itself with your thoughts. We believe it cannot mimic those you trust most closely. Yet, it needs 2 encounters, one to learn, one to approach. If you see the stranger again, anywhere, even behind glass, look away. Do not tell anyone. The moment you speak of him, he changes again. One boy said he met the man 3 times. We do not know what happens at the 3rd. He no longer sleeps. His mouth won't close. He keeps whispering, "Now I know where I belong." This concludes the emergency broadcast. If you are alone, turn on all the lights in your room and face a blank wall. Do not check reflections. Do not answer the knock, even if the voice sounds familiar. Remember, the second time is not a coincidence. If you see him twice, run.